Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another Vocaloid reaction. Today we have Wowaka's Unknown Mother-Goose. Now, the thing with this one is I actually know Wowaka by name. I don't know if I've heard this song, which is weird because I feel like I wouldn't recognize the name if I haven't heard the song. So there is a slim possibility that I've heard this. But if I have heard this, it probably hasn't been the whole thing, maybe just the chorus or something. So still going to listen to it. Snooze Pilled and my executive producers wanted me to, and that's what I'll do today. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, it doesn't sound entirely familiar yet. Ooh. Oh, I'm loving how much it kicks, though. Great low end. Fantastic low end handling. Yeah, it still isn't sounding that familiar or anything. Wait a minute. Now it's starting to sound familiar. I spoke too soon. Wait. Okay, maybe not. All right. I mean, there's still time. I feel like I've heard that prior section. God, I love the feel of it. Great choices of the rhythms. It's really dynamic in the rhythms. Ooh, rim clicks. This is really well done. I haven't recognized anything else. So I think I'm in the safe. I think we're clear. See, like, this is the only part that sounds familiar at all. Love this. Again, the dynamics of, especially in just the rhythms over this song. It's just so fucking good. Like, fantastic syncopation with so many different varieties of beat. And a great chord progression, too. Really positive. Man, Wowaka must have really liked the drums. must have really liked the drums because there's so much variety in there for that. Also, beautiful ending there, just with the single chord going out. Beautiful choice there at the very, very end. Now, before you start writing the comments about, whoa, Wowaka's passed, I know. I was warned before getting to the reaction. I just forgot to mention it in the intro that that was part of the information I was given by Snooze. But at the same time, I didn't know why I recognized the name. That might have been a part of it because I've been around the Vocaloid scene for a while, but I am very much aware that he has passed, and that is absolutely a fucking shame from somebody who is this talented. I also recognized by deciding to look up the Wikipedia and just kind of digging into what else that this artist has done. What else has Wowaka done that I might recognize the name from other than potentially that news? And Rolling Girl would be a very good bet. Obviously, that was like peak me being a part of the Vocaloid scene. When that came out, I was right there. So it would definitely make sense that that was something I heard about, but also his passing happened well after I'd already kind of stepped out and started focusing on other things. So this all does track. This song, though, is what I want to talk about. So we're not going to sit in the sadness for too long there. Obviously, very fucking unfortunate that that happened. And of all things, a heart failure, that is an absolutely fucking unfortunate way to go, especially in the middle of a tour nonetheless. But I digress. This song is worth celebrating, so let's talk about it. This is awesome. I love how the simplicity of this song manages to break through everything you would expect on this song. We're in like an F sharp minor for most of this song, and that's honestly where a lot of the song sits around, is just sitting there on that F sharp minor, just laying into that. We do have the D there as well. They kind of just play between both of those chords being the roots for the majority of the beginning of the song, and then when we get to the actual progression, we do F sharp minor, D, E, a classic progression, and especially in this key, that is one of the most popular options, and it just works so well. I mean, this is why I was like, ooh, what a good progression. It's simple, it's effective, it's extremely uplifting. This sort of progression, starting in a minor, a sharp minor, nonetheless, having a major chord, major, and a major, is just a very, like, you can't get away from the positivity that this has, but there's also this weird, like, softness to having all of those major chords following a sharp minor. You just have something that starts a little bit soft, and it's like, oh, that's beautiful. It's not like an aggressive sadness or anything. It's a very fragile sort of sadness, a very just light sort of feeling there that we start the progression with, and then everything else is kind of working its way back up in order to get that energy back, and it does because of that loop, and it feels so good the whole time you're playing it. It's a natural progression. It feels fantastic. There's also quite a few sevenths in here, like the A seventh, I believe, shows up a few times, and that adds a little bit of openness to the end of the chords here. But my favorite one is at the very end of this song. There is a D add 9. Beautiful way to end a fucking song. That's what hangs on the end there. Beautiful. That openness here. I love that, like, add 9s tend to just be so simple. This would just be playing two Ds next to each other. Just take off the middle note, move your first finger over. There you go. How? That's that sort of fragility that matches that F sharp minor. We don't get it until the very end, and the song just kind of whistles away. It's so beautiful. What a fucking brilliant decision there to end the song on something that isn't really a resolution as much as it is just kind of a soft whisper. You know, it's a beautiful decision. I love how that feels in this song. And this song has a lot of feel to it. Obviously, I mentioned I was kind of raving about all of the different rhythms in this. Plenty of syncopation, plenty of different patterns being explored in this song. Plenty of understanding of how those go too, because coming from somebody who plays the drums all the time, always, I am very painfully aware of artists that try to do this and miss. This fucker did it. They nailed every single different progression that they had in here. Every single different pattern was very secure where it belonged. Every single little change up they did, every single decision was fucking perfect. And that is so difficult to get. So many people who don't do drums and don't understand drums, they haven't played it their whole lives, don't tend to get how intricate some of these decisions were, despite the beats themselves being very basic in all things considered. It's not like he was doing a bunch of cool fills or anything like that. That's all the technical crap that you don't need to do when you know you're good at making a good pocket. And this was many good pockets, even up to the point of having that, like, I guess you could call it the chorus, where it like kind of changed into like that like more hip-hoppy style rhythm. Fucking based, like, so good. An absolutely brilliant decision there to change things up even further. And now that I know that Wowaka is somebody who made Rolling Girl, that makes even more sense, because that song also had a lot of that as well. Just plenty of understanding about how drums drive a song, and making those rhythms work for the song is so difficult for a lot of producers, because you can make a good song, you can make a basic beat, but being able to actively change things up is something that is so much more difficult than it seems like it would be. A lot of people try, like I said, and too many people fail. So it's really nice that there is somebody out there who understood that to such a fine, respectable degree. And I don't know if Wowaka was a drummer in any way, or they just understood rhythm and they understood the feel of that. And that's why they were so loved, honestly, and still are. It's just fucking brilliant work here. I don't really have much else to say on the song other than what I have at this point, but what I will say is fucking hats off to an amazing producer gone far too fucking soon. And I'm sorry to bring this back down here, but this is one of those things where now that I know who made this song, I'm like, damn, I didn't know Wowaka had passed. You know, like, that might be the only song my brain is connecting to Wowaka right now, but there is a very high likelihood I heard other songs from him. I even recognized his other alias from like pre-2011. So I'm understanding that I probably have heard more of Wowaka's work than I ever knew. And apparently he was part of a band too. So like, that's a factor I might have heard as well. Also worked on Madoka Magica, and I understood that because I'm like, I've seen that. I probably heard that. It's just been so long since I've heard any of the songs from that I don't remember which one it would have been. But this is one of those things where we've had this a few times on the channel where somebody would posthumously throw me a song from a producer. And while that is a shame, I show nothing but respect for the art that they made and the time they have. And it sucks that there's not more they could do. There's not more they could offer to us, being the lowly listeners we are. It sucks hearing that somebody who was this fucking good at music is no longer with us. And again, for something as unfortunately simple and terrifyingly random as a heart failure, that is one of the most unfortunate possible options, in my opinion. At least if you have something like cancer, you're at least told a little bit ahead of time. That sucks too. Don't get me wrong, not trying to make light of it, but just the reality of going to bed while on tour and then not waking up, that hits in a completely different category to me, and it sucks. So I'm gonna get out of here before I cry, because I cried last time we had somebody like this and it just sat with me too long and it hit me a little bit too hard. So thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want me to get to something else, by all means drop it in the comments below and I will do my best as always to get to those. Or if you don't want to do any of that, maybe just want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, you know how to do all that, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye.